Welcome back to today's episode. We should have completed this series on womanhood, but I just got inspired to talk about something I consider a very cogent key in abounding, in fulfilling our role as a complete woman, and the word is creativity. I don't know your definition about creativity, but creativity in every aspect. I would say part of what constitutes the term creativity is linked to wisdom. It can be linked to being gifted. It can be linked to the thirst for growth. It can be linked to the thirst to try something new, to step out of the box. All this molds up that word creativity. You might be wondering, how does this concern you? But the point is, creativity cuts across every aspect of our role as a woman, as a friend, as a financial partner, as a mother, as a role model to everyone. You need to be creative even about your finances. You need to be creative about your cooking. We need to stop the stereotype things we do. The way we've been doing something. Creativity even in the bedroom. Creativity even in our role, in our relationship towards our children. If our children are able to predict us 100%, that there is a danger. Creativity about managing even our finances. There's so much about being creative that spices up our union, our marriage, that spices up our life. It makes you even fulfilled as a woman. It brings us joy. It's just thinking out of the box. That's just a summary. In our sexual intimacy with our spouse, how many of us bring out new concepts, try things differently, do something new, relate with your husband in a different way, calling a different name rather than the name you've been calling for the past 10 years. Once in a while, be creative about what you do to your children, about the gift you get for them. They might have been expecting mom buys me a cloth every birthday. Once in a while, get them something funny or maybe ridiculous. They were like, wow, mom, I'm not expecting this. It's like just thinking of something new. This is a deficiency that I've remarked in the life of many women, in this my short period of experience and talking with young married couples. How many of us, even once in a while, innovate in our cooking skills? Of a truth, I must admit to us that exposure matters most. I think I must be truthful about that. Don't allow anyone make you feel guilty for who you are or for what you're not. Exposure matters most. The point is, when you travel out of your birth zone, when you mix with other culture, other tribes, other religion, other race, you learn. Your spirit is opened. However, it's not compulsory you're going to learn something new. You're going to incorporate their ways of doing things. It's left for you. But I must be sincere. Many of us, we have them on YouTube. Just type of something. A recipe for breakfast with egg, not the normal omelette you make from Jesus knows when. Just try something new. Try a different recipe. Try out, something different. Be creative. Talking about our finances, you're not obliged to respond to every need of every human being. You are not obliged to respond to every needs of people that seek your help. You are not El Shaddai. Just like the way Pastor Adiani says, one of a growing pastor in Nigeria, he said, you're not El Shaddai, rather you will die, I shall die. You cannot play the role of Jesus to everybody. You cannot play the role of the provider for everybody. Be creative about the way you manage your finances. This month you can do this, next month you can do that. Everything is just stop doing the normal, usual thing. I felt inspired to share this with you also because I realize it's working for me, and I've been sharing this with few friends, both male and female, and we've been saying it. We are used to doing the same thing. Even in our place of work, we are used to doing the same thing all over and over again. It becomes an habit and attitude, a way of life. I think once in a while, we can change the sauce. You know what? The sauce is like saying we can change the stew. Sauce is a French word. Once in a while, just mix it up in a different way. Your favorite local dish can be prepared in a different way. Just once in a while, let's get the wow of people. Let's get the applause of people. And to be sincere with us, no man on earth, I repeat, no man on earth will not love his wife for this. You cannot try one or two out of it. Every time your husband is the one that buys you a gift on your birthday. Yes, it's your birthday. Now buy him a gift on your own birthday. I'm sure none of us has ever thought of that. Yes, buy him a gift on your whole birthday just to say, I wonder if my life would have been so complete, would have been so much more meaningful in the past few years without you. I just decided that today's my birthday. I need to not only appreciate God, but appreciate God also for giving me the special people around me. And you go out of your way to bless those that have made the last 365 days of your life much more beautiful. How about that? And you want to tell me that people will not be compelled to give you more? Of course. You see, the way to get the best from people is to give them your best. That's just it. If you never thought about that, I want you to write that and keep it in your whole personal dictionary today. To get the best out of people, give them your best. Go out of your way to give them your best. Most of what we do, most times, is like being good to people based on what they do for us. At the end of the day, we all turn around in circles. Try to do something new. Go the extra mile for people. Yes, people will take it for granted. We are not into that stories. Let them be. But there are still some people that will be marveled and will be committed in being their best towards you. Just because, even when they don't merit it, you give them your best. Same is applicable to our marriage. Same is applicable towards our children. Yes, they are naughty. Yes, once in a while they get us so provoked and we feel like, just smacking them. And, some will say, sometimes I feel like, what? Is this really my child? I say, but you can't throw them away. Sometimes they provoke us. But rather than complaining 24/7, how about you just waking up, calling them towards you, giving them a warm hug, and, just praising them. I'm sure that day they're like, oh, mom is happy. They will be smiling all day. And you will not only be tranquil, as in you will not only be at rest, even day to day will be exceptionally good and great that same day. Have you seen it? It's a win-win thing. I know you might be saying, but Solomon Hayo, all what you've been saying is based on women. What will the men do? You know why I answer this question? If God does not count so much on we women, men would have a womb and not the women. To tell you that right from creation, God counts so much on us. And that is why the devil knows the secret, even before man himself will know the secret. And that was why he penetrated through the woman. We are the nation builders. We are the ones that will rule or build or ruin a nation. We might not necessarily be at the war front, at the forefront. But wherever we are, we hold the key to a whole nation, to an entire nation. Don't allow any man, relegate you. Never allow any man belittle you. The truth is, without us, the whole world will be in chaos. Yes. No matter the advance in technology, they cannot breathe the breath of life into a robot. Only a woman has the capacity to liaise with God and bring it back, bring it to life. So we are invisibly powerful. Yes, the word is not saying us. So allow the men just to rattle around. Allow them be what they want to do. Allow them, just let them talk. Let them hammer on their submission. Let them castigate us. But I want you to know we are specially unique. The devil knew that secret from creation. And that was why he used us as a weapon. But God is soliciting us again to use us as a weapon to raise godly men, to raise godly sons that will transform into wonderful rulers, wonderful husbands, to raise lovely daughters. I know there's so much on us. responsibilities on us, expectations on us. But I want to congratulate us that we are so lucky to be women. We are so lucky to be used by God. I think if God has not made us to be submissive to men, many of us would have misused this authority. Many of us would have misused this privilege given to us as a result of pride. Many of the women will say, oh, if not for me, you wouldn't be this. I think God has foreseen all these things. That's why He made us subjected to a man. We might think these men are lower than us, but God knows what He's doing because we are all human. We are all flesh. So that is why I think it's like a control over us. To be humble, see it that way. See your role as a woman, that God is grooming you in humility, despite everything coming out of you, despite you are the brain behind everything, despite God is inspiring you in wisdom every day to get things done. I want you to appreciate this word submission, because this series won't be ended if we never make a little touch on it. Rather, see it that God is grooming you so that you will not miss ever as a result of pride, of self-centeredness, or believing and being full of yourself. Rather, let's see all this as an avenue to explore, to do exploits, and be the best that God wants us to be. So, till we see next time, I hope all this have blessed you. I hope this particular series on womanhood, the various episodes, will transform your life and your marriage. Give your best to receive the best and to be the best. Stay blessed. Till we see next time. Creativity is the key.